going on, guys? I'm back with another video. I'm going to start off today with a couple of records that I just got recently, and then I'll just get back into the whole random records thing. Start off, we got Benjamin Clementine. I've talked about him on the channel before. This is his album, I Tell a Fly. This came out in 2016, maybe 2017, I think. If you don't know him, he is a songwriter, a singer, has a wonderful voice. If you ever listen to Jacques Brel, you can definitely hear a lot of influence from him in this music here. He's out of London. His first album, at least for now, actually won him a Mercury Prize, and that kind of got him the attention he has now. This is his second album. It's a little bit weirder than the first one. The songs are just... His vocals go even further. They're stranger. His songs, the structures of them are even stranger on top of that. There's a lot of fantastic just performances on here, whether it be his vocals, his piano playing. You can almost hear some Elton John influence in the piano playing and just the songwriting on here as well. If you're looking for some good songs, God Save the Jungle is wonderful. Phantom of Alepoville is probably my favorite on here. I like Paris Core Blimey. Just a weird song, but it's wonderful. By the Ports of Europe, I love that as well. I would definitely say start with his first one if you want to get into this guy's music. But yeah, this is a really, really wonderful album. And yeah, the records are just on black. It's got an insert here with some drawings and lyrics and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it's a wonderful little album. One of my favorite albums that came out back in 2017. I feel like not enough people were talking about it. I just thought it was just such a fantastic singer-songwriter record. He just has such a singular voice and just a singular sound, in my opinion. Yeah, so definitely check this out. Next record is a record I've been looking for a while, but been holding out on just because I wanted to find a decent copy of it. This is Clouds by Joni Mitchell. I have talked about Joni Mitchell before. I love her. It kind of stems from my mom. She would always play Joni Mitchell and always sing Joni Mitchell songs. And so when I started actually getting into folk music when I became an adult, I knew a lot of these songs already. And I was like, oh, this is that song. This is that song. And this record is no exception. It has two of my favorite songs of hers on here. It's got Chelsea Morning, Both Sides Now, which is one of the... If we're talking lyrics, one of the best songs ever written. The whole song focuses on the idea of taking, for instance, something like clouds and thinking about the good side of clouds, how pretty they are, how amazing they look, and all the days. She switches it in the second half of the verse to things that are she doesn't like about clouds, how they've ruined some days and how they're dark and stormy. And then she changes that up and does the exact same thing with love, the good and the bad, and then goes all the way to life and the good of life and the bad of life. And it's just a fantastic fucking song. Got all the lyrics on the inside here. But yeah, Joni Mitchell, one of the greatest songwriters of all time, and I have plenty more records of hers besides just this. This is just one I grabbed recently. I might show off most of my Joni Mitchell collection at some point, but for now, just definitely check out this album. Besides Chelsea Morning and Both Sides Now, there's also Tin Angel is a great song. That song about Midway, The Fiddle and the Drum, all great songs. Yeah, if you're looking for a Joni Mitchell album to start with, I would probably go with Blue, but this is still a really good one. Another good place to start. All right. Now, we're going into one of my more recent all-time favorite artists. Someone who's, still making music and whatnot. Father John Misty. I've talked about this man before. Several times, actually. His newest album just made it on my top 10, or top 20 list. This, however, I have not talked about yet. And this is my favorite album of his. So far. I love pure comedy. I love Fear Fun. But something about this just blows it out of the water. This is I Love You, Honeybear. And holy shit. This is such an excellent album. He really reined in his songwriting from his first album to have a singular focus, that of which being love on this album. And he just has such a great way of writing songs. Just his lyrics are so cynical and so funny, but can be so painful and touching. And his voice goes so well with them, and the instruments, the like folky guitar rock instruments, when he puts synth in there, or maybe he has like a Latin influence like he does on some of the songs on here. Like, it's just such a varied album from a songwriter who is just so fucking talented. And it's a great example of just his potential. And the record on this shit is so good. And yeah, I showed it a second ago, but it's actually like a pop-up album, which is awesome. I love this. This is one of the best records I have. Like, in terms of packaging, one of the coolest ones. And the records are also pretty fucking sick. This one is like a little tricolored motherfucker right there. Yeah. And the other one is also different. Plays on 45 RPM, so that's awesome. And this one looks like that. Yeah. I adore this album. It's just one of the best albums that came out this decade. It's so fantastic. Every track on here. There's not a bad track on anywhere on this album. Is there a track list somewhere? Yeah, here we go. I Love You, Honeybear. Chateau Lobby number 4 in C for Two Virgins. The Night Josh Tillman Came to Our Apartment. One of the funniest songs I've ever heard. Basically about being stuck in a relationship with someone that you hate. And just the way he presents it is so snarky, so fucking funny. Oh, God. When Nothing Good Ever Happens at the Goddamn Thirsty Cow. Bored in the USA. Holy shit. That's one of his best songs, period. Holy shit is such a great song. But yeah, if you want to get into Father John Misty, if you like music, period, just listen to this album. It's such a fucking just wonderful listen. After that, I've shown off God's Favorite Customer and Fear Fun in these videos at some point. So the other one I wanted to show was Pure Comedy. Mainly because of the fucking packaging. The packaging on this is incredible. It's so awesome. I have the deluxe version. I actually pre-ordered it before the album came out because I was so excited. This album is a bit different than I Love You, Honeybear. It came out after it, and the lyrics are very political. It focuses on like the human existence and just what we're doing here, what the fuck is going on, you know, that whole deal. And he's just trying to make sense of it. The album's 70 minutes long. And it doesn't waste any time. Like, every song is there for a reason. There's no filler. All killer, no filler on this shit. And yeah, this is... a lot of people actually did not enjoy this album just because of the political and, like, I guess socio-political just route he took with his songwriting. But I personally felt that this was so ambitious, and he didn't lose a single bit of talent or personality with this album. And I loved hearing him take this route. It was such a great listen. And the packaging, so each sleeve has, like, you know, is red, and then you can flip it around and then put it back in, and then it looks like that. And there's a whole nother sleeve where you can do it too. So you got this one like that, and then this one like that. I'm a fan of the red one. It looks ominous. I like that. But this one looks great too. Just I love the packaging. And then the records. Hold the phone. The records. Goddamn, they look beautiful too. If you think he's gonna skimp on anything, hell no, he ain't. This one is like, I don't even know what to call it. It's just like, it's like silver and like, but there's like silver swirls and splatters all in the middle. And the other one is about the same pattern, but it is like a bronze-ish, copper-ish kind of record. But yeah, this is, if you like Father John Misty, apparently people didn't like this album, but I fucking did, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, I think this is a just insanely fantastic album. It's so good. Songs like The Memo are hilarious. Songs like things that would have been better to know before the revolution. I think I got that title wrong, but it's something similar to that. Very insightful, very, again, snarky, critical, political. Like, he has a very recognizable way of writing songs. Yeah, this is just a fantastic record, and I'm super happy to be able to own it. Next person I want to talk about. I don't think I've talked about on the channel before, but it's someone I have I've been enjoyed for a while. Also, I think I had a poster of her on that door a while ago. I took that down though, but yeah. This is FKA Twigs. I love FKA Twigs. She is, again, just an artist that is really in her own vein. She takes the sounds of, like, I guess, like, R&B, but applies more electronic elements to it and more experimental elements, and she has this beautiful soprano voice that is just heavenly and sexy, but can also be, like, almost scary in a way. And it's just, she just has her own world on this. This is her first EP, or actually second EP. This is EP 2 is what it's called. And songs like How's That, Poppy Pacify, and Water Me. Water Me is that's a jam right there. So she's just so sleek and like I said before, just sexy. Her music is just, it's something else, man. This is a great EP. I believe she has production on here from Arca. I know her album, her LP1 was produced by Arca. I don't know if this was also produced by Arca, but yeah, this is great collection, just 4 tracks, and it's a great place to start with it. And while we're at it, I'll also show off LP1. I don't have Melissa. I love Melissa, and I need to get a copy of it soon, because that is a great EP as well. But this is her first album. I think her only full length at this point. Yeah, and it's pretty much same stuff. Production from Arca, very weird experimental production, but still some R&B-ish sleekness to it. Very electronic on top of it. The smooth, sexy soprano voice, but also with an almost like a unsettling edge to it. And just so many good songs. There's so many good songs. Lights On, 2 Weeks, Pendulum, Video Girl, Closer, Give Up, Kicks. So many. Just, it's 10 tracks. It's solid. It's quick. It gets what it wants to do done like that. And it's unforgettable. I think both of these were on black, so I don't think there's anything to show. But the sleeve, just lyrics and whatnot, production credits, whatever. But yeah, I'm a very big fan of this record, just for how forward-thinking it was in the vein and in creating a pocket that nobody else is really inhabiting right now. Yeah, just another wonderful artist. And yeah, I think that's all I got for today. So, hope you all enjoyed, and I will be making another video soon, hopefully. See you around.